We have new details about the fire victim trust disbursement dilemma. We told you in November, campfire survivors represented by Watts Guerrera LLP were experiencing delays getting their pro rata payments. The firm uses a middleman agency called Archer Systems to distribute payments. Action News Now reporter Sade Pullen joined us live in the studio. Sade, in November we reported that Archer said survivors should be getting payments by December 4th. Do you know if that happened?
Yes, Linda. So some survivors have received their payments and other survivors have not. But I spoke with the law firm Watts Guerrera LLP, and they tell me that there is now alternative ways for survivors to receive their money faster.
John Ramilia tells me that he lost both of his homes in the Camp Fire 6 years ago. He says it's been about 4 years waiting for all his payments. He says he gets little payments here and there, but he says it's been frustrating. So frustrating that Ramilia refuses to have Archer be the middleman for his payments.
I had refused to accept Archer because they gave a lot of people a lot of bad advice, and I was receiving wires directly from the law firm, avoiding Watts, and that was the agreement, or else I was going to change attorneys.
Ramilia says even receiving wiring directly from the law firm has not helped with the delays. He told me that this process has been frustrating. He says that he's only received 4 payments so far. He tells me that he's had to push and constantly contact the law firm for updates.
And finally, I got an email actually from Michael Watts about 3 days ago, basically telling somebody by the name of Alicia O'Neill of Guerrera that they needed to get on this. And it appears now that they are moving forward, but people shouldn't have to go through that.
I spoke with attorney Alicia O'Neill, who tells me that just recently the firm has added alternative ways for survivors to receive their payments so people can receive them faster.
The Qualified Settlement Fund is administered by Archer. Archer then pays, up until this time, by check to the clients. And this time we moved to a faster payment system through Western Alliance, which is a bank that allows people to make choices about how they want to receive their money. So instead of having to wait for a check to arrive, they can choose things like ACH, direct deposit. I think there's even a Visa check card.
O'Neill says an email was just recently sent out to survivors laying out these new options.
O'Neill says even though Western Alliance Bank is huge, they can only send out so many emails at a time. O'Neill says that emails were sent out in groups of 1,000, and she says 90% of survivors should receive their email by the end of this week.
And you said also that when you spoke with John Ramalia yesterday, he said he received his latest payment after all. Is that right?
Yes, so I spoke to him this morning. So I interviewed him yesterday, and I spoke to him this morning. He actually received his payment this morning today.
That's good news. Thank you, Sade. Now, O'Neill says that once survivors receive their email and respond to it, they should receive their payment electronically within 2 to 3 days.